welcome to the Business Spotlight Series. I'm Terris Ahrens with the Chelsea Area Chamber of Commerce. I'm here today with Christina Kim, Director of Marketing and Sales here at Silver Maples. And we are hanging out in which dining room is this one?
The Trellis Dining Room.
The Trellis Dining Room. Well, thank you for joining me. We've got a little fire going. How are you doing today?
We're doing great.
Great.
Yeah, lots going on. It's awesome.
Yeah. Well, thank you for the tour earlier, which, we got to ride around on the awesome purple golf cart, which is just going to be the envy of everybody when they see it. Super comfy seats and all that good stuff. And the main reason we were in the golf cart was to go check out your guys' new villas. Can you tell us a little bit about them?
Yes, our Deer Ridge Villas, broke ground in August of 2020, so right in the middle of the pandemic. And our last resident took possession last week. So in just a little over a year, we constructed 16 new homes.
Finished them,
and have them all occupied. So it took a lot of hard work from our construction partners, architects, sales team, operations, housekeeping. It's been awesome.
Well, yeah, and they look amazing. I love the gradient difference. You got brick, you've got a little normal shingle roofing, you've got the metal roofing, you give people little options on some of their stuff, and then with the amount of landscaping and stuff, they can really make it their own.
Absolutely, and people are loving them. They're a great size. Just over 1,500 square feet, 2 bedroom, 2 bath, 1.5 car garage. And it's just super cool to see that space that was just vacant land a year ago, and now all these homes are in there.
Yeah.
And we added 28 residents.
That's so
just like
cool.
that, so it's super cool.
Well, yeah, in a year, just like that. That is crazy. So, and that's obviously, all right, so this is the newest addition to Silver Maples, but you guys have a massive neighborhood here, would be the appropriate word, and we did a quick drive around and checked out some of the things. What are some of the other options that Silver Maples has for you?
So now we're on 21 acres, wooded acres, which is super cool, kind of tucked in the corner in the woods. And we have the independent living villas, which are condo-style homes, assisted living apartments, independent living apartments and assisted living apartments as well. So it's a lot of different options for people depending on what they're looking for.
And you guys have been adding these over the years. How many years has Silver Maples been open now?
24 years.
24 years, that's crazy. So yeah, going back before the millennia there. That is nuts. And I mean, that kind of growth in 24 years is pretty impressive though. I mean, it's a huge place. There's so much going on.
Yeah, we started with independent and assisted living apartments. We added the villas in 2002. And added more independent living apartments in 2007, and then just added more villas this year.
And is there a plan for growth beyond this, you imagine?
We're pretty landlocked now,
Yeah.
so I think we've developed all the land in this area here.
Right.
So it's really great, but we get asked that question quite a bit.
Yeah, I can imagine. Well, with that much growth and that much time, it makes sense, yeah. So now you've been with Silver Maples how long?
13 and a half years.
13 and a half years.
Yes.
So you've been here a good chunk. There's only 10 years that were not Christina. So that's crazy. What brought you to this? What did you do before? Why did you want to come here and do this with these guys?
So I worked at a community in Jackson. I actually live in Spring Arbor.
Okay.
Worked at a community for about 3 years. Got away from it. I started working as an account manager in advertising, and immediately knew I missed this environment. And when this opportunity came available, I love the Chelsea community. It's not far from Jackson.
No.
And I love it. I was just telling someone the other day, they said, what's it like to love your job? I said, well, I do love my job, but it's finding the right organization. It's, you find what you love doing, what you enjoy doing, but when you can find the right organization that you absolutely adore and love what they're doing and respect, I think that's really kind of the secret.
Yeah, and you got Julie Devner sitting in the big chair over there, who's our past president on the chamber board, so we all love her.
She's amazing.
Yeah, she's a real nail driver. Cracking the whip. No, just kidding. She's fantastic.
Yeah, she's awesome.
But that's fantastic. So you're driving up from Spring Arbor every day. That's got to be a testament to the place right there. I know it's not that busy of a drive, but that's still some distance to travel.
It is, but I think that I've always driven. It's funny in my careers. It's great, just the drive in, you can think about what's on your docket, and the drive home. Drive home, you're kind of unwinding and
crank the music,
getting ready for home life.
No, I can appreciate that. I grew up in Manchester, so I know you always had to drive no matter what. You know, I always think of people in the city and they're like, I don't know how you deal with the distance. I'm like, I don't know how you just stay crammed in next to everything. Very cool, and plus you got some cool places you can stop along the way.
Absolutely. Well, and my in-laws live in Ann Arbor, so we're constantly
you're all
coming
over
this
the place.
direction. Yep, absolutely.
Very cool, very cool. Now, what kind of amenities do residents get? I know, like you said, some are assisted, some are completely independent, but for the most part, the facilities are open to pretty much anybody that's here, right?
Absolutely. We really, it's not about the area that you're living in. I mean, it's good for you to decide which area that you're looking, the lifestyle you're looking for,
Sure.
the services you're looking for. But we've got beautiful dining rooms, lots of common spaces that we want all of our residents, regardless of if you're a villa resident or a Meadows assisted living resident.
Sure.
We want you to be able to utilize all of the spaces. So lots of garden areas, common spaces, library. We're finishing up a game room, which will include
fun.
a 14-person theater, which is awesome.
Oh, wow.
A great little bar area, so that's been fun to see that evolve. We've got a pool room that used to kind of be in the back, a billiards room.
Sure.
Now it's more front and center.
Very cool.
And so that's really cool for people to hang out. So yeah, it's been
What other
fun.
kind of stuff will we do in the game room? Just like board games and cards and set up for that kind of stuff?
The game room is more so they use it for happy hour.
Okay.
It's great because then you can play cards and
Sure.
things like that. And happy hour is every Friday at 4, and so
Okay.
we needed more tables. The residents, we had a group that helped us in redesigning that area, and they said we need more tables.
There you go.
You'll see 30 to 40 people there every Friday.
Oh, wow.
And so we decided, let's do some more tables. Let's have a nice little bar area where we can actually set up the wine and all of the appetizers that we
Sure.
have available. And then the theater space has been something new. Just a space where we can watch movies, a dedicated space for movies, and if there's any big games going on,
Right.
we can put it on the big screen.
Yeah, we saw some flags, some fans around, yeah.
Yes, there's definitely some rivalries. Yep.
So that's really cool. So now you mentioned that you had a group that kind of helped you redesign the game room. So I take it there's a lot of input from the community on what they want to see happen here, and it sounds like you guys are listening to that.
Absolutely. I mean, we tell people, you're moving into a community setting, and so we do take a lot of input from our residents to just help guide any of the things that we're doing. And we want residents to use the community spaces.
Right.
And so definitely we had a group that we met with and said, okay, this is what we're looking to do. What do you think?
Yeah.
Give us some feedback. What else do we need? Because you don't want just us to design that.
Right.
We're wanting you to use it. And so what's cool about that is we looked at that game room and where the pool table was.
Yeah.
And when they said more tables, we thought, where could we put that pool table that maybe makes
You need a
more
lot of space
sense?
for a pool table.
You do.
Yeah.
We gained more tables in that game room, and what came from that meeting was a different location for the pool table, which I think is awesome.
Yeah.
It's in the center near the lobby, so when
Okay.
the guys and our gal is playing, people are walking by and checking in and seeing them.
Very
Maybe
cool.
some like that, maybe some people don't. But
Yeah.
I just think
I think
that's
it's cool.
awesome. Yeah, I think it's awesome.
So you said when the guys and our gal are playing, do you have a female pool shark in the building?
We
Is that what's
do,
up?
we do. She's a Villa resident, and
Okay.
she plays with the guys often, and it's so cool. Some of these guys have their own, they've got their little bag with their pool stick, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
they're cute,
they're
yeah.
serious.
Yeah, yeah.
But they play weekly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's super fun.
Yeah.
Is she contending? Is she kicking butt?
She does sometimes,
Yeah,
sure.
that's cool.
Yeah,
Alright.
you got to keep the guys on their toes.
Yeah, there you go. There you
Yeah.
go. So, speaking of very active, we always like to finish these up with something kind of fun. And we were talking about some of your residents and some of their skills, and it sounds like you have somebody in the assisted living that is a musician.
Yes, he's a pianist. He played when he lived in independent living. He's been with us for about, I think it's 15 years now.
Wow.
He lived in independent living, and he did many concerts for the whole community. And now he has a smaller organ in his apartment in assisted living, which I love. And it was funny, some of the staff were saying, yeah, he'll play his organ, and you'll see people kind of gather outside his door and listen. So it's a little impromptu concert. And
Yeah, whenever he's in the mood.
I love that.
Yeah.
I just think that that's really cool, and I love when, people often think assisted living, that people in assisted living need a lot of support, and that's not necessarily the case. And
Right.
that they're still not independent and active.
Right.
They certainly are.
Yeah.
So I love when things like that happen that just kind of shatter that stereotype. It's awesome.
That makes sense. Well, that's great. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with us. I do want to make sure that obviously something that's very important for anybody that's interested with Silver Maples is the wait list.
Yes.
So before we go, I just want to say it's what, 4 to 5?
4 to 5 for a villa.
Okay.
1 to 2 for an apartment, and 1 to 2 years for an apartment, and 1 to 3 months for assisted living. So
Okay.
I would just tell people, if you're thinking Silver Maples is in your future, join our wait list. There's no harm in joining the wait list. At least you're in the know, and then it's all a timing game. So
Yeah.
come check us out.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much again for joining me and giving us the tour and just, our little fireside chat. It's great. So thanks a bunch. Thank you everybody for watching, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day.